Hello and welcome to Straight from Cloverfield, episode 93. I'm your host, Ralph. Today's topic is respect and dignity for the disabled. Disabled individuals are great teachers on Earth School. They teach us perseverance. They teach us how to find strength where we may not have it. They teach us how to discover ourselves and embrace imperfections and know that because nobody's perfect. And they teach us so many lessons just by their accomplishments and everything that they do. And they teach us in their own way. And dignity and respect is so important. And dignity and respect is not shown by insurance companies denying people with disabilities that need assistance. I mentioned before that one time that my operator's late husband that she was a caregiver for, they denied a shower chair that he needed so he could tip back and not be so uncomfortable because he could not move at all. And they denied it, saying that it's not for the caregiver. And that's ridiculous because it was for him and he needed it. And some people have very, so disrespectful. They see it as a job and a money and a paycheck. And this is somebody's life we're talking about. And just make people miserable. And it still happens with wheelchair cushions that are uncomfortable. They cheap out the cushion not comfortable, but they won't give them another one that they need. And people waiting on uncomfortable cushions, getting denied. It takes forever to get a wheelchair that people need. Every 5 years to get a wheelchair, but it's a whole ordeal to get through and go through hoops, and it's not fair. And people should not have to worry about not getting the medicine that they need. If it gets denied and you get certain medicine, insurance is very cruel. And so people need to be more respectful of disabled people. And because nobody should have to suffer. I mean, it's torture to have somebody on a comfortable cushion and they don't want to pay for it. My operator had to cut up the cushion for her late husband because it had a bump in it that was very uncomfortable. It was the absolute worst cushion ever in the history of wheelchair cushions. And he had to suffer and sit on that. It was not comfortable. If you a manager or helping somebody or volunteering, or if you are a nurse or an aide, or learn to respect individuals and everybody. If whoever's you're working with, whoever you coming into their home, it's their home, and you need to act as if you are a guest. Because you are a guest in their home. And don't just come in here with what you want to do, what you want to change, and hell no. It's their home. Learn from them, learn how they do things. Not what you always want, what you want to do, what your plan is. They're human beings. And I'm talking about this because for years we lived here and there had been management with power trips, wanting to come in here and change everything, and you know what, and coming in here and trying to, at one point they was watching where she was going, and she had to go back and forth to help her late husband, and they're trying to keep track of what she's doing and where she is and if she's in her apartment or not, and they come around trying to just make changes, and they just see it as a job and a paycheck. People on a power trip, she has a job and a paycheck. These are human beings. You're a guest in their home, and you need to let them know if you're coming in, and you need to make them aware and fill them in on community changes, because it's not right to just come in here and not respect people. There was a meeting that we had, and we were talking about, because at one point, years ago, her late husband was dependent on a breathing machine, and the power had gone out for a long time, and that breathing machine only had a limited battery, and luckily it was okay. But if it hadn't been, and there was more, and the outage was longer, what the hell was what they supposed to do? We tried to tell them about getting a generator, and that fell on deaf ears. We've tried to mention it again as a group where they had new management about that. They had acted like they care, but I haven't seen nothing happening with that. And luckily nobody needs one right now, but you never know. There's new apartment openings, and people who come in that depend on a breathing device. Somebody depending on a breathing device, life or death with the power outage. And it's not easy for people to get up and go somewhere because they need the comfort of their own bed if they're bed bound or a chair or bound in a chair, and they can get sores, and it's very uncomfortable for them to move and sleep anywhere else. They need to be in their own home, they're comfortable with the breathing machine and a generator to keep that going if we got power outage. And that's a very serious problem that needs to be addressed. But they don't seem to be serious about that. They just want to come in here and start changing stuff all around and start changing up things and putting picnic tables on the grass where people be riding on the grass, and it's not good for the wheelchair, and people can fall. But there was one of the neighbors fell out of the chair going on the grass. So it's a hazard, and there's no reason why the table can't be on the ground where everybody being together, and easier for wheelchairs. Making life easier for a disabled person. It's a reasonable accommodation. Reasonable accommodation need not be ignored. A generator for somebody that is a breathing dependent individual is a reasonable accommodation. Having a table on the ground where wheelchairs can access it easily is reasonable accommodation. So they ain't gonna just come here and then they're gonna change everything, because we got advocates and we got people that we got people. When we having a problem, we got a good advocate, and he's great, and so I just want to put it out there that respect and dignity for disabled individuals, because they deserve the respect and dignity that non-disabled individuals get to enjoy, and not be overlooked. And people need to learn how to speak their language, especially people that can't communicate too. Like, know what they want, to try to find out what they like, not what you want to introduce to them or tell them they have to do. Remember, when you're working with people that are disabled, it's your job, I understand, but you also have to respect that you're in their home and respect their way of life, because being disabled is a 24/7 job. They ain't just partying and having fun, and you can't imagine how many times that we've been riding and we get like people like, I wish I was in a chair. It's not good to be. It's not comfortable to be in a chair all the time, and people bound by a chair. It's not comfortable. It's not fun. It's not good. It's not lucky. So, I mean, people make a joke about it. They think it's funny, or they think they I don't know. You know, I don't want to be like rude to anybody, but people need to understand that you can't. It's kind of insensitive to say things like that, because nobody wants to be bound in a chair. You know, they go through enough. You know, they try to just live a normal life as much as they can, and accomplish whatever they can, and whenever they make an accomplishment, that is a milestone that should be celebrated, and people should see that and say, you know what, they're amazing, they get through it, I can get through it too. And disabled people are wonderful teachers, especially those with severe disabilities, and those who can't communicate even raise up the challenge of us to try to communicate with them and reach them in some way to make them have a better life experience. And bought and paid for, like, takes away that brotherhood of family that all human beings are. But some individuals get a power trip, and they look at it as a job and a paycheck, and it takes humanity out of it. And when you look at this person, and say, this person is my family. This person, I care for them. And sometimes with the job and paycheck, that takes the care out. And it's sad how it's set up that way, because we all should be a community to help each other and take care of each other and the planet, like natives do. They take care of it, they respect the elders, and they take care of disabled people, and because that's what you're supposed to do, not just because you're going to get paid or whatever. I'm just saying, it's just the way it is. It's not right. The way the insurance is not right. How they deny people that need what they need immediately. It's torture. It's torture. Somebody gets there that not that person's doctor and make a choice that's detrimental to their life. That's just pure evil. That's a bad person. And people on power trips, they think they're above a disabled person, and they can make choices for disabled people and not have the person involved, or it's not right. Reasonable accommodation it's the bottom line. Reasonable accommodation need to be respected, and disabled people should be treated with the utmost of dignity and respect. And there are plenty of people that do that, and that's fine. I'm not saying. I'm saying people that are on the power trips that want to come in and just go like, "Hey, we're going to change everything," and we're not, and it's a home. It's their home. And disabled people should be able to feel safe in their home and not have to worry about somebody wanting to come in and just start changing stuff. So include them in plans. Don't just put on a facade of a meeting and like you're gonna be kind of like acting just an act, and that you really care, or you're just looking at them with dollar signs, because that's not the way. And disabled people are teachers of this planet. They are here to teach. They are here to inspire. So respect them. We are all equal in here. We all have something to bring to the table and teach one another. Disabled and not disabled, we're all family. But I do not like to see disabled people being victimized and bullied, and just we're gonna come in here and do what we want, our changes, when we have a community right here that's working good, and we got a great individual that live here and volunteers here and take care of everybody, and they try to block her out of that. And she was the best thing that happened to this complex. She cared. She cares. That's a true care, of the kindness of her heart. As more people need to be inspired and be that way. All I'm asking is people to respect disabled people, because remember, you are guests in their home. So, I want to thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.